And welcome back to another episode of Scotch and Songs. Um, there's no good spot to put that right now. Um, that'll have to do. Um, as you can see, things are a little different today. Give me just a second. Things are a little different today. There's not any music. Hey, right on time.
That's what I do.
Uh, we have 60 episodes as of today that say, are you sure about that?
I'm right on my time.
Ah, Hawaiian time. You get there when you get there.
That's it's hard to do it otherwise.
So,
All right. I thought we were gonna do Dylan covers tonight.
do what?
I thought we were doing Dylan covers tonight. Since Bob Dylan's birthday was yesterday. We
Um,
briefly discussed that, but
Unfortunately, and I hadn't had a chance to say this because I had just gotten everything situated. Um, we will not be able to do that tonight because it's a Just Scotch episode.
okay.
Um, Also, this will be our last episode for a brief little bit. Um, I've got to move, so after tonight, I've got to tear down the computer and get everything down here packed up. So this will be a brief hiatus while I get things situated. Um, shouldn't be more than a month or so. I know it's sad. You guys will have a month of no Scotch and songs.
Well, you'll have a month where you'll have to choose whether or not you're supplying yourself with Scotch and slash or songs, because we won't be here to supply you with uh our bullshittery while we're having Scotch and slash or songs.
Uh, Actually,
Hey,
speaking
speaking
of
of which,
which,
check it out. I actually have, I didn't splurge or anything, but I actually have a Scotch.
hey, and guess what I happen to have? Yep, you guessed it. A fresh bottle of Glenfiddich, not yet cracked. Do you have any idea how hard it is to sit with this in my mini fridge for like the last week and not crack it? Um, we
Well,
were
and then anything you don't drink tonight, you'll have to christen the new place.
Oh, no, I've still got a couple of days before I move. I intend on spending those days hammered.
Come on.
Hello, Mom. We were supposed to have a guest today, being my roommate. However, my landlord is here, getting some other things packed. I wish that cork popping was loud enough to get picked up on the mic. It is a
There we
beautiful
go.
sound. Ugh. So, as per usual, the QR code that is on the screen, it is now between us. Um,
Sort of between us.
Between us. There we go. Between us. Um, if you feel like donating to the show and helping to fund our bullshittery, um, And once I do the description, which I have a few to catch up on, because I'm a lazy bastard, um, there will be a link in the description so that you can help buy parts for the supercomputer. What was that? The way you pointed, it was like you just challenged somebody to a duel.
We made eye contact. Now we have to Pokemon battle. Go! Jungle! Get him!
That was absolutely ridiculous.
And he comes back with Pokemon. Well, it's not Shuckle, but it'll work.
Forgive me, I'm old. What is that newfangled Pokemon?
This is Ditto from first generation.
You sure about that?
I am absolutely certain that Ditto is a first generation Pokemon and that this is Ditto.
That don't look like no Ditto I ever seen.
Well, then blame Mega Bloks because they're the ones who made Lego Ditto here.
It is their fault. Usually after second generation of Pokemon, I'm kind of lost.
Take Ditto back. Oh, return, Ditto. You did your best.
that was very Pokemon anime.
Ditto gained 389 experience points.
You know, I somewhere in my Google Drive have an emulator so that I can play the old Pokemon games. He's about to pull up a Game Boy.
I actually was about to pull out a Game Boy.
Which one is that?
These are both third gen.
I mean, Fire Red, does that count as third gen? Because it's a remake of Red.
It's the third gen remake of the first gen game, but after you beat the storyline, you have access to the full third gen Pokedex. So yes.
Interesting. I played a
It's
little bit of
also
Ruby.
Fire Red is Fire Red Leaf Green are also necessary for fixing the clock in Ruby Sapphire when the battery dies.
Huh.
Because they included the patch for your time cycle stopping in this. There are time sensitive events in Ruby Sapphire Emerald.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, idle caves, right? And so if your in game clock stops working, your tidal cave is stuck. Your berries stop growing.
Hmm.
Right? So, it doesn't have a day night cycle like second gen did. Honestly, I think second gen was the best generation.
I mean, I loved Gold.
And I had silver. So,
Oh, who was it that had silver? I want to say Blaze had silver. Dad got himself crystal. Yeah, my our father played Pokemon with us sometimes. Um, he was always much better at it than we were. I mean, it's the same thing with all the video games. I couldn't beat Grand Theft Auto 3. Couldn't do it. Never got off the first island. Dad beat it in like 3 days.
Huh.
Vice City. I never got very far in Vice City. Dad beat it in like he took his time with that one. 4 days.
Um, See, I always got distracted while playing the GTA games, running around and doing stupid shit, like Vice City and all the jumps,
Yes,
all the unique jumps. I would just drive around looking for things that I could possibly launch a car off of.
I recently played through San Andreas. Um I recently played through both versions of San Andreas. I have the original version on my computer. I mean, if I really wanted to, it's still hot coffee enabled.
Hmm.
It is version 1. I really don't care to. Even as an adult, the girlfriend missions don't interest me. I got people to kill.
Uh, yeah, burgers to eat, iron to pump.
Yep. Um, I I did play through the definitive edition too, and it is not quite as bad as I thought it would be. It's at least playable.
You know what's hilarious? When you have super buff CJ and the secret weapon out of the police department,
Yeah.
the one in the showers, and you can melee somebody, like kill somebody in one melee hit.
yeah, that rubber hose.
But yeah, just using that great big old honking thing to beat somebody down is
Hilarious. That's as a kid, that's what I thought that was. A rubber hose. Mainly because we found it and I think it was Dad said, "Oh, that looks like a rubber hose." Granted, graphics were at the time they looked spectacular, not that great. Um Not compared to now, where in Saints Row you can run around with a large phallic object. We're talking about like claymore sized phallic object. It is ridiculous and kind of funny. Anyway, back to the Pokemon games. One thing I did like about Ruby was you could set up your like secret hideout and you could decorate it with
oh hey,
things.
that's something I haven't even thought about in a while.
Oh, have to go check something in your secret hideout.
I gotta remember where the hell it is.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, you could decorate it with stuff that you found throughout the world, and I mean, it was kind of cool.
I mean, there's a level in the market where you're specifically buying things for your secret hideout.
Hmm.
Um, and dude, whatever the hell the seaport town is. I mean, it's Owen, so they're all seaport towns. But the big one, Lily Cove.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played it, I couldn't tell you.
Um, well, so I'm at a point where I'm trying to move whatever monsters I want to save off of my fire red, and I want to do a Nuzlocke on it.
Okay.
Um, and so like
Explain
I've
that.
only got oh what Nuzlocke?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh okay.
I'm kind of
Um,
curious as to what yours is, but
so the only two rules to a Nuzlocke run are you're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each unique area,
okay.
and if it faints, it's dead, and you have to release it. Um, there are some variants that allow you to store it and never withdraw it, and that's probably the route that I'll take. I'll just have a bunch of graveyard boxes for all of my uh, failures, and
It's terrible.
it'll make me super depressed to look at 60 monsters that I lost and the two that I've got left on my team. Yeah. Um, so some people superimpose stupidly hard rules. There's also sort of a commonly accepted idea, along with you're only allowed to catch the first monster in from each unique area, that you would nickname your monsters, um, as then it makes it more personal. Because now you have more of an attachment because you gave it a name,
Yeah.
and then it's really more of a gut punch when you lose your favorite monster.
So, what he didn't explain is that a Nuzlocke is a self-imposed challenge run.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
Um, self-imposed because at any point you could say, "Screw it, I'm playing it like normal." You could, but then you're a failure, like his box full of 60 dead creatures.
That would take two boxes actually. And if I get to that point, I probably don't have any monsters left. And so, if I have completely failed, uh, then yeah, I don't know if I will continue to play on or if I will trade out those monsters for absolute fodder and allow them to live a peaceful afterlife or somewhere else. Or
So, I mean, at that point, you would almost have to reset and try it again.
yeah.
Well, you coming up? Acting like you're gonna jump up here, and then you don't. Um, there's Nuzlocks are not just a Pokemon thing. I've seen people do it with Fallout, um, Grand Theft Auto.
Um, the name comes from, well, Pokemon and Lost, um, from Nuzleaf
Yeah,
and John Locke of Lost. Um, it might be more appropriate to do the Nuzlocke on Ruby because that's where it started.
yeah,
Um, but I've already got all the good things on Ruby, and that cartridge came preloaded with a whole bunch of eggs, so that I could complete the decks. And I now only need
a Game
a
Shark.
hand monsters, a game shark. Yes, actually, that's the one. Uh, no, so I only need um, Mew, Celebi, Rayquaza, um, and something really stupid. Oh, Steelix Politoed, but like, once I have the trade items available to evolve those monsters. Like that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, basically the unattainable legendary for each generation is what I'm missing.
Yeah, that was always kind of a pain in the ass. Because we never had a link cable, so we were never able to trade them back and forth.
I have two GBAs and a link cable. How, how did you guys not have a link cable, but you had at least three Game Boys?
That was a accessory that we just never got.
Huh. That sort of defeats the purpose of Pokemon.
Um, kind of. But also, think of our siblings. We've like never been able to get along, any of us. I mean, I remember you and I butting heads quite a bit growing up.
And me getting in trouble for it for being 6 years older than you, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, granted, I more than
And
likely
then
deserved it,
get away
but
with it because, I got in trouble for it, so you should be able to get away with it because you're a little square.
I w- you are not incorrect. I mean, even still, don't play online games with me. Don't. Because chances are, I'm the bad guy. I love playing the villain. It is so much fun. And I can't say too much more on that without giving myself away. Some of the people I play with could be watching. Um, I've been playing DayZ for a little while now. Been a couple of weeks. And went to war with the French yesterday. That was fun. You start to realize maybe we're the baddies when you open up an ambush with Guten Tag.
You know?
Yeah, no, I'm a little shit. I deserve it.
Anyway, speaking of, opening up with Guten Tag, I stumbled upon uh, cooking videos of a bunch of classic German foods and how I really want rouladen and sauerbraten and nice little
Schnitzel. I wouldn't mind some schnitzel.
cabbage.
Yeah, I've never liked cabbage.
Uh, but the red cabbage is so good.
I've just never cared for cabbage.
Um, just um, yep, I miss German food. And it's weird to say that living in Pennsylvania that I miss German food because like I might be able to throw a rock and find some place to find good German food, but it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
Not around here anyway.
Had a had a conversation. Somebody brought up apple pie, and I thought, man, I wish I wasn't broke because I would love some apple pie. Issue is, I'm allergic to cinnamon.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's not an anaphylactic issue, but oh yeah, no, it messes me up.
huh.
And I had to search for a long time to find a baklava recipe that does not have
Without cinnamon.
cinnamon. The answer is Turkish baklava. Does not have cinnamon. It also has pistachio. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can't do cinnamon.
Hmm.
So, strudel, not happening. Cinnamon rolls? Yeah, no
Yeah,
thanks.
straight up. Uh, right. How do you do with tacos?
Decent. Little bits, I'm
There's
okay.
okay, because proper taco seasoning has a pinch of cinnamon in it.
Yeah, a pinch for a batch of taco. I'm
Yeah, yeah, that's okay.
I'm okay. Um,
Right. So I guess a good bit of Middle Eastern and Southern Mediterranean foods are straight out, huh?
depends on how much cinnamon is in there. Also depends on whether or not I've got something to do later or the next day. Cause there's a good chance I'm not leaving the bathroom for long. I'll be
Uh,
tied to the porcelain god.
right. I guess Indian's a bad idea then too.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, naan is okay, but most curries probably have cinnamon.
um, yeah, anything with garam masala,
Yeah,
right? That's a real common seasoning blend. Um, so yeah, you know, no cinnamon cuts out a huge swath of world foods.
and
Like,
like I said, little bits I'm okay. Like tacos, I can eat tacos. I'm fine. Granted, it could just be that I tend to eat at Taco Bell and I'm fine. I don't know what their seasonings are.
um, yeah, I think with Taco Bell, it's less about the seasonings and more about the quality.
um, have you ever had
Taco
good?
Bell.
Have you ever had good Taco Bell?
Uh, I would like to make an argument here, but I might also be biased in that I'm basing good Taco Bell on my experiences of Taco Bell as a whole. So, have I ever had good Taco Bell? Yes. Has Taco Bell ever actually been good? This is where we get to have a debate.
I think,
Um,
mind you, I am saying this. I love Taco Bell. I do. However, I accept this fact. Good Taco Bell is an oxymoron. Because is it good?
hold up, hold up. I remember being like 8 and having an absolutely mind-blowing Nachos Belgrande.
But if you compare it,
I was 8 and the situation was also overwhelming.
if
Um,
you compare it to actual Mexican food,
oh, there we go. Good Taco Bell, Colorado Springs. You damn right. You probably don't remember that one, but wow.
I've been to Colorado Springs in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
past
Aside from
10 years.
getting chased by the spiders down the side of the mountain. I mean, like the Taco Bell itself was actually a good Taco Bell. That's why we went there. Um, again, and then got chased down the side of the mountain by the spiders.
um, no, if you compare it to actual Mexican food, it is
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's
terrible. If you
There's a
compare it,
reason. I
it
mean, like, compare McDonald's to an actual like diner burger, right? And the diner burger is the same price, and you
or
get a better
cheaper.
burger, and it's larger, and you get fries, and better atmosphere generally, and uh,
Okay, we might argue about the atmosphere. If they're a little
uh,
shitty to you, like playful shitty, not rude, I'm there for it.
I live in diner country and right outside Philadelphia.
So the atmospheres,
Yeah,
they're gonna be a little shitty to you, but it's okay. It's playful. In which case, I'm here for that. I believe that to be good atmosphere.
so you know, uh, but you know, diner burger any day of the week, right?
The owners were there. It was clean, and the food was actually good. That was also what 90s.
1997.
Yeah, Taco Bell's changed a lot since then. Unfortunately, not for the better.
Actually, 1996.
Eh, my statement
Um,
still stands.
you know, back when a hard shell taco cost 29 cents,
Oh God, what's a hard shell taco cost now?
like a dollar 39.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I haven't
I
been
don't
to
know. Let's
Taco
look it
Bell in
up.
a while.
I have the internet at the tips of my fingers.
He just remembered.
Menu. That's tacos. That's what I want. Oh, um, regular ass taco, crunchy taco, $1.99. That's an absolute ripoff. A plain ass crunchy taco. By the way, I made tacos tonight at home here, right? And it did not cost me $1.99 per taco. Um,
All right,
and,
break it down. What do you
and
think the actual cost per taco was?
and actually, my tacos were crunchy taco supremes, and did they cost me $2.89? I'm not certain. Um, what do I think the actual cost per taco was? Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Let me.
Oh, Crystal, Crystal, why? Why? Why would you do such a thing? You know, I was
Okay,
talking
so I've been
earlier
on the
about
shells for
playing
a
the
while.
villain.
The shells were 2 for $5, right? The shells, the whole dinner kit, was like 2 for $5. Um,
Cole, look at the comments.
really?
I was talking earlier about playing the villain. I think our sister is better at it than we are.
At least more motivated.
I mean, I have to be careful about what I say. The people I play with could be watching, and then I'd be tipping my hand.
Uh, you know. Okay, here's what we got. Um, tomato, $1. I used a quarter of the tomato, so that's 25 cents for me.
Yeah.
Nobody else took tomato. All right. Um, 2 for $5 for the taco dinner kit. That's the seasoning, taco sauce, and 12 shells, of which there are 4 shells left. Uh, seasoning completely consumed, and the taco sauce we used probably less than half of. but let's say half just to. Um, so of the 250, maybe $1.50 worth of all of the things got used, right? I'd say between the shells and the sauce, probably $1 worth of. So we are at 250 so far for three people. Um, the ground beef, was that a recent purchase? Is that on here? Dairy, sour cream, $1.29. I may have used myself 29 cents of that. Um,
That's 29 cents worth of sour cream. We'll
let's
talk about
see.
that in a minute.
Uh, orange pepper, free at $1.59 for 4.77. I used uh, half of $1.59 pepper, so 80 cents of pepper. Um, is the ground beef on here? No, the ground beef is not on here. I I don't remember how much the beef was because as soon as I got home, I broke it up. Um, so let's say $5 worth of beef, maybe $6 worth of beef. Um,
How much per taco?
one
Typically say
pound. So say a twelfth of a pound, right? So just over an ounce per.
okay.
Um, now where is the cheese? More cheese Mexican, 3.79. We used half of that, so of 3.80, we would have used $1.90 worth of cheese. Um, so how much per? Yeah, I mean it comes out close, but probably still slightly cheaper to do it at home. The lettuce that I used was free. It was given to us by one of Kate's coworkers.
That
So
works. I was waiting
we're
for you to say the lettuce that we used was free. We grew it ourselves.
actually I didn't plant lettuce. I do have a lettuce coming up randomly right next to my patio, like right next to my charcoal grill.
Huh.
Um, so that guy is probably going to get used at some point. You know, thank you last year's lettuce for volunteering a child for us. Um, but we did not plant any lettuce this year. I take that back. We tried to start them indoors, and they did not take, and we did not try again.
Huh.
And now it's hot outside.
Yeah.
So,
Do you,
um,
do you remember that show Everybody Hates Chris?
yes, vaguely.
So,
I don't know that I watched it, but
the father, Julius, he was played by Terry Crews, was a penny pincher. Anytime he went shopping, he took coupons. Um, Anytime money was spent, he kept a running total of it. Anytime excess food was thrown away, he knew exactly how much the slivers of chicken on that bone cost. You said you used 29 cents of sour cream. That's why I popped off with that. At one point in
yeah.
time, and I'm sure you can see exactly where this is going. At one point in time, that was dad.
I am unsurprised.
Like he went to the store with coupons and they owed him money by the time he was done.
I am unsurprised.
We ate a lot of beans and rice because it's cheap. I also kind of don't mind beans and rice. Let's be honest.
Uh, Taco Bell has a 10-piece crispy chicken nugget combo. And it's chicken nuggets and nacho fries and a drink.
Um,
Plus dipping some chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. I get that they are owned by the same corporation that also owns McDonald's and Pizza Hut and KFC,
not
but I
McDonald's.
don't want Taco Bell to have. Huh?
Not McDonald's.
They're all yum foods.
McDonald's is not.
Mm.
McDonald's is owned by McDonald's.
So anyway, I get that Pizza Hut and Taco Bell and KFC are all the same. Am I wrong again? Hang on a minute.
No, you are not. Granted,
Okay.
it is like the holy grail to find the Kentucky Pizza Bell,
The Kentucky Pizza Bell.
but they do exist. Or did exist.
KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Habit Burger and Grill, and several technology companies.
Yep.
And several technology companies.
Interesting. Isn't Yum Brands also owned by Pepsi?
Interestingly, company's history began in 1977 when PepsiCo entered the restaurant business by acquiring Pizza Hut from co-founders Dan and Frank Carney. A year later, PepsiCo purchased Taco Bell from founder Glenn Bell. In July of '86, R.J. Reynolds sold KFC to PepsiCo to pay off debt from its recent purchase of Nabisco.
R.J. Reynolds?
R.J. Reynolds.
So, this is interesting.
Yes.
Do you know who else R.J. Reynolds, they still own? That's a little hard to see, but that R.J. Reynolds sure knows how to make a cigarette because they also own Camel.
As well as Newport, Durrell, Eclipse, Kent, and Paul Ball.
Yes.
Yeah. That very same R.J. Reynolds.
I might have to. Well, I guess they don't own it anymore, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say I might have to start eating it more Kentucky Fried Chicken. I do like their mashed potatoes.
In 2000, Tricon Global tested multi-branded locations with Yorkshire Global Restaurants, parent company of A&W and Long John Silver's.
Yep.
By March of 2002, 83 KFC A&Ws, 6 KFC Long John Silver's, and 3 Taco Bell Long John Silver's. Here's the thing about Wingworks, because I've definitely seen what is it, Wing Street and Pizza Hut in the same location. There we go. 2003 launched Wing Street as a hybrid combo unit with an existing Pizza Hut franchise. There we go.
You know what goes really good with pizza?
Wings.
Wings. Especially for throwing a party. Now, while he's looking all this up, what you need to find, and they are out there, they still exist, are the Pizza Hut buffets. I know of one, and I haven't been out that way in a couple of years. They might not be a buffet anymore. But I know of one. The Pizza Hut buffets are amazing.
Pizza Hut used to be a party.
Yeah.
Remember the personal pizzas you used to get for reading?
Yes. Well, I should rephrase that. I remember that was a thing.
I remember getting them.
Yes, well, you didn't live at the house. You didn't have 12 other siblings. Mom says Shy and I used to go to A&W Long John Silver's.
No, she said Ling John Silver's, which
I
distinctly
wasn't
implies
good.
it's a Chinese restaurant as well.
Ooh, A&W fried rice.
I mean, A&W makes a banging burger, so like,
They do. Uh,
listen, if we want to have a debate about burger chains and somebody throws up the big three, A&W. To hell with
I
McDonald's, Burger King can step aside, Wendy's can take a seat, A&W. And I mean, Dairy Queen makes a pretty decent burger too, but like A&W.
yeah, A&W does it better. I like Wendy's, but I don't necessarily care for their burgers. What am I going to Wendy's for?
The baked potato.
That's not a thing anymore. For those of you who don't know, Wendy's used to have baked potatoes. Now, they still have one other thing, makes them rather unique, and I'm not talking about the square patties. Kind of.
Chili.
It's the chili. I do like me some Wendy's chili. You're about to say something. I can tell.
You know where they get the meat for the chili?
Yeah, it's yesterday's patties.
Yes. It's not thumbs.
All the time.
Hey, the joint KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut outlets are colloquially called Taco Huts.
Kentucky Huts? Nah, I like it better my way. Kentucky Pizza Bell just rolls off the tongue better. Certainly a lot better than Taco Fried Hut.
Think about a taco fried pizza. Kentucky Pizza Taco. I don't know what a Kentucky pizza is, but we're making a taco out of it.
I gotta say,
Hey,
Kentucky Pizza Taco actually sounds like something that's possible. I think I can make that.
uh, right. Uh, I can I can make a slight transition here, and we're gonna go through Pennsylvania to South Street, Philly, um, because the Philly taco is definitely a thing. While I've never had a Philly taco, I would like to.
By all means. Well, what is this monstrosity?
Ah, the Philly taco. Uh, that's done on South Street, um, where uh, one of your friends, or two, depending on how many people you're with, uh, half, let's say, go to, I think it's Di Lorenzo's. Anyway, there's a pizza place on South Street
Okay.
that you can get pizza by the slice, right? So you get, however many people you've got one slice of cheese, right? And it's a massive, I mean, like this wide at the base, at the crust, like huge ass slice of pizza, right? Um, and the rest of your party goes to Jim's Steaks at the corner of North and South. It's worth noting that they're only like a block and a half apart, right? Um, and gets a cheesesteak for everybody. Uh, the toppings on the cheesesteak don't matter, right? Just a regular American
I would
chicken
say
will.
that is incorrect because if the toppings aren't right, then it's not a proper cheesesteak.
Uh, yeah, and the proper toppings on a cheesesteak are American or provolone uh, and onion, right?
What about the whiz?
I'm not a fan of whiz. I mean, like I get it. Some people are all about the whiz, right? Whiz wit, right? But no, I prefer provolone. Um,
Um,
and like
Grandpa's bar, we did. I want to say it's been a while. Onion, green bell pepper, and we used either provolone or Swiss. I'm thinking it could
Swiss,
have.
uh,
I'm
pro
not sure
pro
which. More than likely.
pro. Uh, Actually, you know
To
what makes a real good
to
cheesesteak?
to
Uber.
interject real quick. Karen, we've been recording for almost an hour. What are you first to? He says mozzarella on top. We're talking about Philly cheesesteak, not a meatball sub.
Mhm. Okay, so I've had a cheesesteak with mozzarella on it,
Okay.
and I don't mean a pizza steak. I mean like it was a different specialty steak. Um, but I gotta tell you, the best cheesesteak I've ever had, steak Italian. Cheesesteak, provolone, onion, broccoli rabe,
Okay.
and just a little bit of red pepper on the top, and I mean like crushed red pepper. Um, Fantastic. Um, I also enjoy putting cherry peppers on mine, and Kate gives me the side eye every time I do it because I melt.
Hmm.
But the pickled cherry peppers, best thing going.
Okay. At some point, I need to be able to make the trip out there.
Right. I never finished what the Philly taco was.
You did not.
Nope, we got distracted by cheesesteaks. So anyway,
I
um,
probably
you
shouldn't
know,
make the trip out there.
wrap the cheesesteak in the pizza, Philly taco.
Okay. Okay. I'm here for it.
Now, the debate here is it wrapped or is it folded around? Um,
Well, I mean, it has to be folded around to make a taco.
Taco, right?
That that's what common
So,
sense says.
and you might be able to get away with doing it with, half the cheesesteak, actually,
Depends on the
make it a
slice.
bit more viable. No, 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 these are serious cheesesteaks.
No, I'm saying it depends on the slice. That's the pizza.
Oh, right.
Is it a good sized slice?
Uh, yeah, I mean, let's like a wide at the
Okay,
crust. So
so it's like a
it's
New
a
York style
ball.
slice. It's a massive bastard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not as big as the ones we get down the shore, but like,
Yeah. Depending on where you're at, you are slicing pizza wrong. Because the New York style slice is a massive bastard, and that's how it's done. New Yorkers may not be able to drive, but they can make a pizza.
uh, the medium pizza you order from most pizza places, I look at as a personal size pizza. I'm going to eat that whole thing for dinner.
So like the 7-Eleven pizzas, you're eating that in one sitting.
basically. That's
Same.
why we usually order Sicilians, right? It's a much thicker crust, much heartier pizza.
Okay. How do you feel about thin crust?
Uh, I mean, it's great if I want a cracker, tastes like pizza.
We are related. No, I like a proper crust on my pizza.
Now, hang on. So if somebody does like thin crust pizza margherita, um, that could be a really light, refreshing, you know,
Almost a
like
snack.
mid-afternoon snack, right? But it's um, a thin crust pizza. I'm going to view as snack, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it's bruschetta.
I mean, really. Yeah. Um. No, I like a decent amount of crust. I don't necessarily care for deep dish. That's too much crust. But there is a happy medium.
How do you feel about tomato pie?
Eh, I'm probably not gonna say no.
Okay. I mean, like I happen to live in also tomato pie country, right? Just there's a lot of old world Italians.
So I worked at a gas station that did pizzas and fried chicken and tacos. You have no idea how many times people called in. Can you do like a stuffed crust pizza? Dude, this is a gas station. And they go, is that a no? This is a gas station. Can I do a stuffed crust pizza? Yes, it's not that hard. Do we
Do I have the
sell a
supplies
stuffed?
available?
Um, yeah, I would have.
Huh, okay.
Does the gas station sell a stuffed crust pizza? No, it's a gas station. You gotta stop smoking that shit.
Call pizza.
That's an hour away. in
Oh,
in any direction, it's an hour away. You wouldn't go to 7-Eleven. Do you guys make a stuffed crust pizza? Well, I live in Colorado. People are high enough to do that. But we lost him. He's disappeared. Never to come back again. He left me here alone, staring at a cat. We're going to have to ask him which cat that is. Um, so, I don't know if there was any housekeeping that I missed out on. I will say it's going to be sad not doing Scotch and songs for a little bit. These things happen, though. Gotta text my roommate real quick. Um, where'd he go? He's abandoned us. Mom says it's not Butters. I mean, it could be. I will say, where's my flashlight? Stratocaster is, this light kind of sucks. Right over there, sitting on top of the speaker. Isn't that right, Strat? He's gonna ignore me? I'm being ignored. I don't like being ignored. Stratocaster. What you doing? You just lounging? You want to come say hi?
Well, not entirely ignored, right? But I just realized that it's pushing on 10 o'clock and tomorrow's back to the grind. You know, I'm going back to work. Patrick's going back to school. And then I needed to prompt him to go to bed.
This one was ignoring me.
No.
And not feeling very cuddly right now. Imagine that. So, I've got one for you. How do you feel about Elvis?
I try not to.
I don't want to know what you mean by that.
No, I generally don't have a whole lot of opinion either way. I mean, I would not myself typically choose to put Elvis on, but I can uh, understand where people like Elvis. Um,
I'm generally in the same camp. If it comes on, I won't necessarily change it. But I don't go out of my way to listen to Elvis. I would say I actually do kind of like Elvis. You know he only has like 4 songs, right?
yeah, no, that seems right.
And it's not hard to name all 4. Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, Can't Help Falling in Love, and what's the 4th one? I can't think of the 4th one.
Uh, I mean, I'm sure there's more than 4 because he's got to have like 4 albums, but
I bring this up because I was helping the landlord get things packed up, and he had a bunch of cassettes. I don't know where he got all the cassettes. One of them was an Elvis cassette. He has more than 4 songs. However, he was reading these off, and I go, okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. And I made the joke, well, that's pretty much all of his songs right there. Yes. He may have put out like 4 albums or so, but it's all the same songs. And this is coming from somebody who actually kind of likes Elvis. I don't play any Elvis. I probably should add at least one Elvis song for busking. Or open mics. Just kind of bust out an Elvis song every once in a while.
When
I'm
they
waiting.
least expect.
Always. There was one open mic I got a little more drunk than usual and played Wagon Wheel. Wagon Wheel is on the list. You don't play Wagon Wheel at an open mic.
Really, because I know a guy who used to play Wagon Wheel like every open mic. It was just one of the songs you expected him to play. Didn't play any of the other band songs. But I also lived in territory where people would request Wagon Wheel. And I mean, like, everywhere are places where people will request Freebird, but like there are just certain band songs that people are more frequently
Yeah.
requesting of certain areas.
No. What are the band songs? Wagon Wheel, obviously.
Freebird.
Yeah, I've got your free bird for you.
You can keep that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Stairway.
Yeah, no stairway.
Um, everybody's favorite sound check song in 13/8.
Oh God. Enter Sandman?
Yeah, that one's also on the list. No, I was talking about War Pigs.
Oh.
You don't request War Pigs, but if somebody's going to play War Pigs, they're going to play War Pigs on their own.
Yes. I kind of feel the same way about Wagon Wheel. Don't request it. If I feel like playing it, I will play it. There's a good chance, unless I am drunk, I do not feel like playing it.
Actually, it is Butter's mom. Don't know where Pumpkin is. And Lux on the couch.
Yeah, we just saw the cat sitting in the tree, and I had to have something to comment about. Stratocaster's in her box. You can just barely, well, yeah, you can just barely see her. Um, here's a topic for a little bit. I have come to find out I am red-green colorblind.
Really?
Yeah. I see red flags and think it's an amusement park.
Oh. Yep, I fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have two, at least every time.
Every time. Oh, they both have white on their chest.
Yeah. Learn to recognize red flags. Um, if she says she just has a friend, yeah, don't give me that. I ain't even playing that. That was the setup.
Nope. Nope, because if she says, just a friend, you're already being set up.
I mean, clearly. You caught the joke there, right?
It's no joke. Uh,
I mean, that's also true. It's Bismarcky. That's a reference nobody's going to understand. If she does not have a good relationship with her parents, you cannot fix her. I suppose that one kind of goes both ways. All of these kind of go both ways. Which leads to number 3. If she kind of goes both ways, no. Because her girlfriends could actually be her girlfriends. Yes, I'm making light. I'm cracking jokes, but this is kind of a serious topic. What about you, Cole? You got one to chime in with?
nope.
Oh, come on. Don't leave me hanging here.
Nope.
Give me a minute. I'll think of another one. Since apparently Cole doesn't want to join in with the conversation.
Nope. I think my opinions here are best reserved.
Okay. Blink twice if you're in trouble. I said blink. You winked. Does that mean you're not in
Once.
trouble?
Oh,
um, if you guys happen to have any red flags that you could add to the list, by all means, I, I, I probably need the warning. um, no, I learned a while ago. I need to be single. I need to learn to be by myself. And stop riding roller coasters.
roller coaster of love.
Say what? I know the Chili Peppers version. Who did the original on that?
Uh, I don't know. The P Funk. I honestly don't know. Jefferson Airplane? I've
Do we need to look that up? I believe the answer
yes,
is
and then we should
yes.
play it.
Um,
But then it violates the just Scotch.
See, if we play that, then we have to play Bismarcky.
Anyway, I'm curious as to who it is. Anyway,
Yeah. Um. So, while he looks that up, I've been thinking about learning a song because I think it would be a funny song to bust out at an open mic or when I'm busking. Um. Certainly one that no one would expect. Granted, I also do play Adele. Any guesses as to what it would be, Cole?
right. Sorry, I was reading. Um, give me the premise again.
I'm thinking about learning a new song to bust out randomly at open mics or when I'm busking. It's one that no one would really expect me to do. And granted, I play Adele.
Um, hmm. Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. I probably should
Uh,
learn some Taylor Swift though. So that's not necessarily incorrect.
let's see. Um,
Unlike Adele or Taylor Swift, I would not have to gender swap it so that it made sense. However, I could use a couple of the boys with me.
and a Constant Sorrow.
Um, no, I wouldn't need them for that. I could pull that one off on my own.
Okay, but it would be better if you had backup.
Yeah, I mean, we've really got to be in sync for this to work out right.
Uh,
If I was to start
uh,
singing it, he would know it immediately. Granted, he would
do
also
you have
probably leave.
do you have somebody who would be down to perform it with you? Just no strings attached.
See, I'm still waiting for it.
Um,
That this is fun playing word games.
like,
He he knows what I'm getting at now.
the fact that you're even thinking about covering a boy band is just you're making me want to say bye bye bye.
Well, I mean, it depends on the song. It would probably make me a lot of money if I could pull it off. And I want it that way. it does kind of go along with the conversation we're having about red flags too.
Huh.
Cuz it ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I believe I'd be able to pull it off.
Um, I, on a completely different boy band note, I believe I can fly. Um,
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
uh, you know, if you go to Burger King right now, you can get a Star Wars themed commemorative cup, and you can tell them exactly how you want your things made, and tell them, "I want it that way."
um, can you guess how far it would be for me to go to a Burger King? Yeah,
Uh,
you're right. It's about an hour in
yeah.
any direction. No, I will learn that song. I will add it to my book. Um, I mashed up, and I mean the video of it should be somewhere on the YouTube channel. I mashed up Bruno Mars, Grenade, and Gautier, somebody that I used to know. They actually go together very well. The funny thing is the reactions that I get. Because if I'm playing it at an open mic, all of the guys will roll their eyes. Right up to the switch. And that's when the crowd flips. What are you reading? Something has him engrossed.
Uh, yeah. So we had made reference to a particular song, and I went to look up the original artist, and we never circled back to it. And then I started reading about it, and that's an interesting little side note.
So who was the original artist? Watch it be the
The
Chili
original
Peppers.
artist for Love Roller Coaster is Ohio Players.
Actually, that sounds familiar.
Originally featured on the 1975 album Honey.
Okay.
Number one US hit in January 76, certified gold. Canada, song spent 2 weeks at number two. Love Roller Coaster was covered by American rock band Red Hot Chili Peppers for the soundtrack of the 1996 animated movie Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Sounds
Um,
about right.
Ohio Players singles chronology: Sweet Sticky Thing, Love Roller Coaster, and Bop.
Hmm.
That's all it gives me. Um,
It could be Love Roller Coaster as to why they sound familiar. I've more than likely found their version at some point. I like the Chili Peppers. I really do. Maybe about time to trim the wick on my Zippo. She gave me some troubles.
and was also used in 2004 action adventure video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas as a song for radio station Bounce FM.
Yes, that would actually track. Although, it wasn't until I was older that I actually listened to the other radio stations. Because I usually either listen to K Dust, which is the classic rock station,
If the
or
cops can't, you must be on the
The
dust.
Dust, or what was the other one? The one that had
What,
Welcome.
the alternative station?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one I always put on.
yeah. Um, my last playthrough of the original San Andreas, because it has all of the music, my favorite radio station ended up being CSR,
Huh.
because that's the one that had well, it was all the New Jack Swing.
Ah, Radio X, that's the one.
Radio
Radio X,
X.
that's always what I would put on. And every time, I shit you not, if it was not already playing, the next song that would play after I got in the car and put on Radio X would be Mother.
I was waiting for you to say "Welcome to the Jungle." Um, Danzig's okay. I'm pretty sure that's his only song.
Uh, you're aware that Danzig had a career before he was solo, yeah?
Yeah, I'm making a joke. I thought
Okay.
you picked up on that. Um, the funny thing is, do you know who voiced the DJ for K Dust?
It's Axl Rose.
Axl Rose. Axl Rose
Yep.
had a song in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on another station.
Different. Yeah.
The DJ for Radio X makes a comment about sleeping with Axl Rose, who was in the game as another DJ. That being said,
Uh,
that being said, that still could be true. I mean, it's Axl Rose.
yeah.
Do you remember the name of the DJ for K Dust?
Um, no.
Tommy the Nightmare Smith.
Okay.
Judging by Axl Rose's reputation, an apt nickname. I like Guns N' Roses. I grew up on Guns N' Roses. I can recognize Axl Rose is probably an asshole.
Mm, I don't know about the problem.
Yeah, I was trying to cover my bases just in case. But since you mentioned it, yeah.
Well, I mean, that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Based on the stories, Axl Rose is an asshole. Slash, on the other hand, is like a really down to earth guy. And we all know Duff McKagan is actually Buckets the drummer.
Um. Okay.
Do you know who Buckets the
I can
drummer
accept
is,
that.
right?
I know who Buckets the drummer is.
For those of you who don't know, after this episode, look it up. If you see the guy in his bathtub with a horse head, you found the right one.
That's the one.
And it is one, insanely accurate and amazing how many different sounds he can make with a bucket in his bathtub. And
Also,
two,
sometimes the door
hilarious. Do
and
what?
hilarious.
Yeah,
I said also sometimes toilet seat.
sometimes the
Um,
toilet seat.
but the best part about it is the curtain ripping open. Ow. And the flop on the horse face.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I like you shouldn't take a horse face seriously, but it's
He's
hard
a
not to look at his eyes and understand the intensity with which he's
which it correct. You shouldn't take the horse face seriously. However, he is seriously a pretty good drummer.
I don't know, he's fantastic. Um
Which makes sense. I mean, it's Duff McKagan.
Songs for the Dead.
Yes. I think it wasn't until you did the impression that Kim recognized who that was. For those of you who are watching this after the fact, turn on live comments. Come on now. If you're watching this on Twitch and don't know what we're talking about, well, I mean, comment so we know you exist. And also, all the other comments are on YouTube. She says no, it was the horse head thing. I am just drunk enough. That was hilarious.
uh you know the horse head thing and Richard Nixon are incredibly similar impressions.
Yes, but Buckets is not a crook.
Come on, headless body of Spiro Agnew.
um, Kim says same. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's referring to me being drunk, but to be fair, I have eaten 2 slices of pizza today, and that's about it. Um, do you ever forget to eat? You just get so wrapped up in what you're doing that you don't even think about it.
Nope. Nope. Can't say forgetting to eat is the thing that I do. Uh, does my wife do that? Does my kid do that? Yes, absolutely. Or they stress out to the point where they can't eat? Yeah, no. I get to a point where I'm literally willing to murder and eat anything that crosses me.
I get to that point too, but it's because I've forgotten to eat for a day or two. Um,
Nope. Nope. I just always want to eat.
I mean, I always want to eat too. If you offer me food, I'll probably eat it, and then find out that it's got cinnamon in it, and I'll be like on the pot for 3 days straight because I ate the shit out of it, and it tasted good.
And now it's returning the favor. It is
Yes.
not.
Um, but especially when my landlord is here, I stress out and I will forget to eat. Or if I'm playing DayZ, I'll look down at the clock and realize, Jesus, it's 3 in the morning.
I should eat something and go to bed.
I should stop drinking and go to bed.
Um, to be fair, I have work in the morning, so I'm not too terribly far off of either of those ideas.
Yeah.
It's what 10:30 now, so I've got a half an hour more or so.
Yeah.
So, um, speaking of eating things and doing things, it's been a while since we had a Scotch and cooking.
We had one
And
earlier. You also
to be
missed it.
fair,
I'm pretty sure you missed the last episode.
we failed to introduce it as a Scotch and cooking segment.
You Okay, what you got? I'll talk about food, even though I forget to eat food.
Right. Maybe I was trying to get to this point the whole time, right? Um,
Are you suggesting that I would cut you off before you could get to the point?
Not at all.
That's ridiculous. Yes, I am aware I am very bad about cutting him off. However, sometimes he will start to say things and I don't realize that he's saying anything because I look for the little green outline over who's speaking. And sometimes there's a slight delay.
Maybe that's my wife's problem too. I don't have a green outlook when I speak.
Sometimes I just cut him off because it's fun to cut him off. And I realize that I'm being the asshole. But we discussed this earlier. I mean, growing up, I was the little shit. So.
So anyway, I made a tea today out of things that I grew entirely myself. Well, we grew ourselves, but whatever. A home sourced tea. Uh,
Interesting.
Actually, the only thing that I didn't produce myself, obviously the water, right? Um, but the
I,
sugar
I,
that went
I,
in.
I would I would hope you didn't produce the water yourself.
I saved and desalinated all of my sweat from toiling in the garden. It's the
That's
most
not the
flavorful
way I
tea
was
you'll
going.
ever have.
I was going a little more water world with it, but that works too. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I mean that's an old movie. Spoiler alert, there is no dry land.
So anyway, but no, all of the herbs that went into it, we grew ourselves. Um, Sage, uh, echinacea leaf, blackberry leaf, lemon balm. That was actually all I used. I started with the sage and added a pinch of lemon balm, and I'm like, that's not teeing up as well as I would like it to, as quickly as I would like it to. And hence, adding body with the blackberry and echinacea leaves. Plus, it's now loaded with all sorts of vitamin C and other uh, beneficial properties. So
My tea is store bought because I lack time and patience to grow my own.
Right. Well, I mean, behind me is also a store-bought black tea that, well, I mean, like I bought the tea bags and brewed the tea myself, right? But the herbal tea from things that I grew, uh, actually really good. Like it's, uh, I'm impressed and pleased, very pleasantly surprised, actually, by how well it turned out.
I, to be fair, I like tea. It doesn't matter the variety of tea. I have a preference for green tea. I have a preference for warm green tea and cold black tea. Herbal
Okay,
teas, I
I
think,
agree.
should also be warm, and I've not turned down an herbal tea. They're good for you. They really are. Especially if you have very high anxiety, because depending on the herbs, they can help with that. Um,
Uh, Depending on the herbs, there's a number of things that herbal teas can help with, from calming to digestion to uh, ladies' issues. Like there are specific teas blended for helping with, you know, monthly cycles. It's or with more complicated uh, situations. There are teas blended for urinary health, for uh, these men as laxatives. Like there are, I used to work at health food store, so there's all sorts of everything. You name an issue, there is a tea for it.
Now, what we are not saying is don't drink water.
Lung health, right? There are teas meant for respiratory health. But yes, water is also an exceptionally important part of uh, anybody's daily consumption.
And if you're wondering who we're talking to when we say drink water, it's you.
It's you.
Drink water. You don't have to go all out, but at least drink a glass of water. Maybe after that glass of water, you drink some nice green tea. It will help with that anxiety you've been having. It will help to calm you. There may also be an herbal tea for that rash. You should go to the doctor though.
This would be a great segue into a song.
It would. And if you're wondering what rash, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the other guy. Go to the doctor. Get that looked at.
Mushrooms. Sure.
I said water, not potato juice. As I drink,
Potato.
as I drink. Well, I mean, it's
Barley.
not barley. I mean, it's Glenfiddich. Hmm. That's actually a good question. What is in Glenfiddich?
What is the grade?
Um, Brian Kinsman is the malt master. It's a single malt. Uh, Mellowed in oak. I mean, it's a 12-year Scotch. Hmm. Independent family-run distiller since 1887. Does not tell me the grain. I can tell you it's from the Valley of the Deer. Yes,
Uh,
Ken, but neither
okay,
of us is as bad as that roasting pan.
that's actually what Glenfiddich means. Uh, what do they use?
I know this is.
It's barley.
It's barley.
It's barley. But it took forever to define that. But as a single malt Scotch whiskey, and a pot still distillation process made from a mash of malted barley, which is what I said to begin with, but we had to prove it.
Um.
Uh,
Ooh.
but like
Holy fuck.
malt is
That's my
barley.
one.
Hey, that's
Um. Low price. Glenfiddich 21-year-old Grand Reserva 229 2249. Holy hell.
hey,
222.49.
hey. Check out the 50-year Glenfiddich.
There's a 23-year. That's $320. I'm not seeing a 50-year. I know how to find it though. Holy hell. So, um I need you guys to scan that QR code. I need you to donate as much as you possibly can because we're going to need, not include shipping and handling, about $80,000
Jesus.
so that we can get 2 bottles of the Glenfiddich 50-year-old Scotch because it is currently going for about, I'm going to round up the penny, $40,000. Um, Obviously,
What's
me and Cole need to both have a bottle because we don't live in the same place. And we need to do an episode of Scotch and Songs where we both crack that bottle and try it. Um,
uh,
the one I drink is a 12-year, and it is velvety smooth. A 50-year is one not going to get poured like the 12-year.
um, what's the earliest available year on the 50?
I don't know. Um,
Because if you can pick the year, the same as you might, a wine, um, different growing conditions could have different impacts on the end result, as you might expect. Um, if somebody left the roast going for 5 minutes too long, or if the fire wasn't at quite the right temperature, or if the mash was too sweet, you would have different end results. And so, like, variations between batch like that would be interesting to note.
Um, yes.
Um, but so, like, if we each managed to get one from, say, each of our birth years, right? If that were a possible thing.
Well, at that point, that's not a 50-year Scotch anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we obviously couldn't get them for a number of years still on.
Yeah. Um, do you know what we haven't done? I mean, it's in the name. We've never actually discussed Scotch.
Uh, you're right, 'cause I don't often have scotch.
You happen to have Scotch tonight. So, I'll pull the bottle here. This, the one I've got, is a Glenfiddich. I've heard people pronounce it Glenfiddich. I mean, that's that's kind of how it's spelled, but it's Glenfiddich. The C and H in Gaelic is a hard C. Um,
Uh, that double D should be somewhere between double D and an aspirated TH, right?
yeah,
Um, if lymphatic.
yeah. Um, this one is a single malt Scotch, which means one grain, and this is a 12 year. So, what that 12 on the, I mean, there's a glare, but what the 12 means is that particular Scotch was aged for 12 years in whatever particular cask barrel they chose to age it in. This one being sherry and bourbon. What about your Johnny Walker?
Right. So Johnny Walker Red Label is the cost-effective branch of Scotch. Um, find that there are two of us drinking on this, and a lot more fighting into the budget. So budget friendly is.
Um,
Um, so as far as qualities go, like we're not cutting quality for cost effective. Could a higher like they're definitely higher end,
it
right?
is the Epiphone of scotches. It gets the
Okay,
job done. It's not at all bad. There are more expensive versions.
uh, right. There's also literally no information here.
Really.
No,
It doesn't give years or
established 1820.
but it doesn't
There's
tell you
no
how long it's been aged.
nope.
That is
Nope.
unfortunate.
Actually, it does not. I had not noticed that. I've oh,
Um round about how much did that cost you?
uh, short of 30.
Just north of 30?
Just short of 30
Just okay. The
inside.
liquor
Yeah,
the liquor store here in town does not have Johnny Walker Red Label. Um their cheapest
that,
scotch,
that's a 750. right?
Yeah.
So it's a fifth.
Their cheapest Scotch is actually the Glenfiddich, which is a again lower end Scotch. Um, but this is a $60 bottle. We'll call it the what's a lower tier guitar brand?
Uh, you know, I tend not to look at most things in that way because everybody has something that they do really well. So like with guitars, sometimes you would have that one-off, surprisingly well-made instrument for something that you wouldn't expect. So sometimes you can have a high-end brand that's just, you know, someone got
Kind of
lazy
shit.
about. Yeah.
Walmart.
So
Kim says Walmart. No, Glenfiddich is not a Walmart Scotch.
no,
Um, I
no,
don't believe there is a
I think that
Walmart.
might be the argument here.
Uh,
Um,
no. We'll call your Johnny Walker Ibanez. Granted, I play Ibanez. The acoustic behind
yeah,
me is an Ibanez. I love Ibanez.
same, same.
We'll call this Epiphone, and we'll call that 50-year Gibson. Actually, that's not even Gibson, because a Gibson guitar will cost you between 12 and 4,000, or 1,200 and 4,000. That's a $40,000 bottle of Scotch.
65 Les Paul.
It's closer to like a 59 Les Paul.
Okay, yeah, yeah, you're right.
Um, there's nothing wrong with Ibanez. There's nothing wrong with Johnny Walker. It's a little on the cheaper end. It's a good beginner spot. I mean, Glenfiddich is not much better. It's $30 more. At least at this particular liquor store.
Yeah, no, that seems comparable to what it would be out here. Um,
Nothing at all wrong with it. Now, chances are the Johnny Walker is also barley. Um,
yeah, that
I
seems right.
I think pretty much all scotches are barley. Um,
Uh, it does say blended, so that would imply that it's not single malt. Um, so
which
it could
would
just be
be
blended of different batches, and that would
yes,
still technically make it not single malt because it's different batches of
yes.
probably the
So
same grain.
you're walking through the liquor store. You are looking to buy a whiskey. You're kind of looking at the scotch. A blended is different batches kind of mixed together. Nothing wrong with that. Um,
Uh, so effectively, whatever they had left over from making the black label, they put aside, blended it all
yes,
together, and said, here's what we got. Package that as the red label, and so uh, even in brands that are meant to be fairly consistent, you're still always going to have some variation, just from differences in all of the ingredients that go into and all of the processes behind creating, a product that takes a long time to make.
whereas with a single malt, It is one grain from one batch. Every bottle of Glenfiddich 12 tastes about the same. I very much enjoy the Glenfiddich. I've also had Glenlivet, which is almost identical. Um, the taste is a little bit different, but as far as price point, they're about the same. I've been in some bars that don't have Glenfiddich, they have Glenlivet, and vice versa.
Um, right, and so like we tend to drink Irish whiskey, right, which is uh generally a little bit cheaper than Scotch. The
Yes.
process of making it is a little bit different. It's easier. It doesn't take as much time because there's less aging involved. Um,
Um, the
it's
the other
uh,
thing to mention is that bourbon, Scotch, Irish whiskey. As you can tell, I've been drinking a little. Um, and then like Jack Daniels and other whiskeys, it's all the same family. They're all cousins. However, Scotch comes from Scotland. If it does not come from Scotland, that is not Scotch. Bourbon, typically corn, and a purist would say must come from Bourbon County, Kentucky. Um, Tennessee whiskey, i.e., Jack Daniels, is also corn, could be considered bourbon, but it's not from Bourbon County. If you look on a bottle
uh,
of Jack Daniels
it
Old Number
does
7,
not sell itself as bourbon either. It's Tennessee sipping whiskey.
yes, granted, mind you, I could reach behind my other monitor and pull several Jack Daniels bottles. I love me some Old Number 7. It is cheap rot gut.
Uh, that's not to say that they couldn't make a good whiskey. Actually, the what is it? Uncle Nearest is also Jack Daniel's distillery. The
I
Gentleman Jacket.
the Gentleman Jack is actually pretty good. Price point is a little bit lower than the Glenfiddich. Um, because I can buy a bottle of Gentleman Jack for about $50 here, whereas the Glenfiddich cost me like 60.
Uh, and yeah, I think it's a little bit cheaper here, but not by a whole lot.
This would be an empty Gentleman Jack bottle.
Yeah.
Um, Gentleman Jack is double mellowed. Uh, I think they actually distill it twice.
Well, the double mellow, I mean, they ran it through a charcoal filter twice.
Yeah. Um, very smooth. I wouldn't mind picking up another bottle of Gentleman Jack.
Um, right. It's also worth noting that whiskey in the Irish sense and whiskey in the American sense are both related whiskeys and like more closely so than Scotch and Canadian whiskey because the Canadians got their whiskey distillation processes from the Scots. and
Yes.
Americans got it from the Irish. And
Yes.
you'll
Um,
also note that the proper spelling of whiskey is Whiskey and not Whisky. The Irish and Americans are the E version. The Scots and the Canadians are the Y.
yes. Um, which general rule of thumb, if it's a proper Scotch, there is no E.
Right.
Because the
In fact,
Canadians, I have noticed, will put the E in parentheses. Yes.
Scotch.
So, I'm sure everybody's seen a bottle of Old Number 7.
American.
American. This is Tennessee sipping whiskey. If you are sipping Jack Daniels, I commend you, my brother. However, do better. Because as much as I love Old Number 7, I've got like 12 bottles back there. Um, it is cheap rock gut. Generally about a $25 bottle. This one, Cole, before I even show the label, do you know what it is?
Uh, Maker's Mark.
You are correct. That is Maker's Mark.
Which is weird that it says bourbon and whiskey without the E.
Yes. It is Kentucky straight bourbon. So, corn. Maker's Mark is rather distinguishable because they have the wax seal on it. I don't mind Maker's Mark. Also, probably about a $50 bottle.
Okay.
This one. Y'all might remember this one. Is Sweetens Cove. Do you remember when I had the Sweetens Cove?
Ooh.
This
Yeah, you
one
were.
is neither. This is a Kentucky and Tennessee blended bourbon whiskey. Finished with toasted sugar maple. That's kind of a Tennessee thing. It is 110 proof.
Ooh,
It took me a while.
that's hot.
It took me a while to finish this one. You
Uh,
guys, if you go back through the episodes, will see me crack this bottle and try it and regret
that's
my
regret.
decisions.
Uh, Give me a minute. I want to see if I still have the bottle. There's one that I want to talk about.
I'm gonna grab a couple more because I have a collection of bottles.
It's not great.
No. So I'm gonna cue you guys in. I don't remember drinking this. This is a bottle of Tullamore. Tullamore is an Irish whiskey. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't remember buying Tullamore. That might not be a good thing. Now, if you happen to be like me And as opposed to going to therapy, you have a drink about it. Fucking stop. That's my one. Um, Go to therapy, talk to someone, get a little bit of help. There are people who care. We care. Do as I say, not what I do.
Right. So there's two that I wanted to bring up. One was an Irish whiskey, Dublin Inc. Um, INK, right?
Yeah.
Um, um, that Kate really enjoyed. Uh, Unfortunately, we've gotten rid of the bottles for both, so I can't bring them up. Um,
Not everybody collects bottles.
yeah, that's you know, um, we don't have space for that shit.
I
Um,
want to make space for it.
uh, however, if we were to do something, well, it's not like they have a do something artistic with them, but anyway, the other one, I can't remember the distillery, but if it's still available, I might pick one up just so I can save it. Uh, for when we rejoin. But it was a pumpernickel rye whiskey.
I need to
I
send a text message real quick.
think it's made in Ohio. Right, I'm gonna have to skate pretty soon. Um, let's see.
That's why I'm texting her as opposed to saying it through chat.
Let's see what I can get.
Um so and we'll be relatively
Oh,
quick.
there we go. I found it.
Um
Middle West Spirits Straight Rye Whiskey Dark Pumpernickel, aged over 3 years, distilled in Columbus, Ohio. Um, and they have individual batch numbers. So I would actually like to collect a couple of these that are different batches to taste variations if there are. Um, it's uh, really interesting, this one. Great deep body like you would expect from anything pumpernickel. Um, the late, uh, fairly intense burn of rye, but it's mellowed out by the spice ahead of the rye burn. Um, so like it slowly builds into that as opposed to, just being an intense burst of fire in the finish.
Rye is its own thing. Um Ryes tend to
I
have a little
really
bit
like
more burn. I also kind of enjoy um bullet rye is the one that I kind of like. So,
and bullet rye is very popular. Um, I
I
like rye, I like the intense body that they have.
yes.
Um, it's If I'm gonna drink something, I want to enjoy the flavor of the thing that I'm drinking.
Yes. Speaking of which, I'm going to pull one up. You tell me where it's from. Okay?
Ooh, okay.
Pendleton.
Hmm. Pendleton whiskey. Um,
It does say, I'm pretty sure it did not. show up on camera.
So somehow I feel like that's English. Um, is it Canadian? Is it from Ontario?
It is Canadian. I could not tell you if it is from Ontario. Um, Distilled from the finest northern grain, cut with glacier-fed spring water. I like Pendleton. Pendleton is a relatively smooth whiskey,
Okay.
but it's a whiskey. It's also Canadian whiskey. Now,
Um,
the next one is
I mean,
also a Pendleton. This is
listen, the
Pendleton
Canadians
Midnight.
usually make pretty smooth whiskeys, at least.
The Midnight is American brandy barrel finished. This one is at 90 proof.
Hmm.
The Pendleton Midnight, I actually prefer over the regular Pendleton. It's a little
Um,
smoother. It's got a little bit better taste.
so most of the time you see us drinking Bushmills, right? That's
Yes.
generally our go-to whiskey. I actually prefer Black Bush. It's their sherry cask finished uh,
Okay.
version,
I'm
and
going to let you keep going. I need to go look for something very quickly.
it's a much better, much rounder flavor. Um, the sherry adds more body, a good bit of sweetness, but not like an overbearing sweetness. Um, and mellows some of the bite from what the normal, I believe, oak cask aging would normally be. Uh, there's and now I want to track down a bottle. Uh, it's been a long time since I've had one. Hopefully, Rick can track down whatever he's looking for because I've run out of
I have one
memory.
more bottle to show you. Um the one that I wanted was a John Holiday whiskey. You've never heard of it, I'm sure. The liquor store here in town sold that for much less than it should have been sold. And they asked my landlord, because he was living here at the house at the time, to bring it back and they would refund him. And he said, no. But that one already got packed. That bottle has been unopened for a couple of years at this point, and it will remain that way. Um, the last bottle I have, Cole can already see the label. I don't remember buying
Hey,
this.
hey,
I don't remember buying it. I don't remember drinking it. However, it is
that's
Tullamore.
that's not great. You not remember buying or drinking it because Holy's actually a pretty good drop.
Um, Tullamore is, especially according to the label, the Irish whiskey.
Yeah,
There are others. However, if you're talking Irish whiskey, this is what the bottle looks like. It is Tullamore.
Holy is the Irish whiskey. That's absolutely the one you want. Um, Jameson has the big name. Bushmills is the go-to on affordability. Only actually isn't that much more expensive. It's just below Jameson on price, and it has the best flavor, you know the roundest profile. It is honestly the best one. And I've had a lot of Irish whiskeys, and that's always still the go-to.
Uh, Kim is saying you drank most of that one of the last times we were drinking at the kitchen table.
And that's probably why you
That
don't. That.
that explains it, which means my landlord was probably here.
Ooh.
Me and Kim have a thing. When the landlord comes to visit, we have a drink about it. Um, I mean, if she wants to come down real quick, she can explain who the landlord is. Um, but that's pretty much the extent of my collection back there. It's a lot of old number 7, couple of Pendleton bottles, couple of Pendleton Midnight bottles. I only have one Tullamore Dew bottle. And there's probably a couple of Glenfiddich bottles back there because I have come to very much enjoy Glenfiddich.
Uh, there is a notable difference between uh, fully made in America and Tullamore Dew made in Ireland. And I've had the opportunity to taste Irish Tullamore Dew. Uh, and it is definitely better.
I said that, and turns out I'm a liar. I have one other bottle that is a one off. And I've got like 3 Maker's Mark bottles back there. This one is called Aces High.
Huh, okay.
It is from Larkspur, Colorado. Not too terribly far from here. Um, it is a Colorado whiskey. It calls itself a premium American whiskey, and this one wasn't too bad. That being said, I only bought one bottle, mainly because I kind of prefer the Glenfiddich. So, here's Kim.
Hi. Microphone's there. What the hell you want me to say? I mean, aside from the fact that the landlord is my ex-husband, and there's a reason that he is my ex-husband.
Hence the red flags.
Yeah, we're colorblind. Oh wow, there's a serious delay.
You have to actually speak into the microphone.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay.
Yes.
I'm not near my mic either.
Anybody
so-
else who didn't catch that. The landlord is my ex-husband. And I am colorblind because it took me a decade to figure out that.
Kind of do a thing.
Okay. But yeah, it took me a decade to figure out that I should have left a long time ago. I almost messaged you to ask you if I could come down and steal one from you. Fuck yes, if you don't mind. So you got one there.
I got lighters all over the place.
Hi, Cole. Nice to meet you. Yeah, maybe if we can find lighters that work. I'll bring them with me. We are struggle busing today. Thank you.
I need to trim my whip.
Realistically speaking of work, I gotta.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was noticing that it was getting a little late for your
Like,
East Coast time zone.
yeah. Well, I can make some exceptions for having to go on hiatus for a bit. So
Right. I'll let him.
That is not beer.
It is my version of beer.
Obviously, I mean, she's drinking Mike's Hard, which is lemonade. Neither one of us is really beer people. That being said, I did buy a sixer of the Guinness and rather enjoyed it. Which I finished that off the other day. Might have been yesterday.
Which Guinness? Draft, extra stout.
It was the drought.
Drought?
I'm fairly drunk.
Extra stout, I think.
Guinness dry. We forgot to put the water in this one.
I'm only beating you by one slice of pizza.
Yes, but you're drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade. Or maybe the Kettle One that's upstairs. Whereas I'm drinking Glenfiddich, which is Scotch. She drinks vodka. I prefer Scotch.
I drink vodka because then I don't lose my brain cells completely. They just float happy.
Ha! Joke's on you. I don't have brain cells to begin with.
I share one with my father.
Anyway, I know Big Brother needs to catch some Z's because he has to work tomorrow. This has been Scotch and Songs. We will be going on a brief hiatus while I get things situated. And then we will be back. Be scared. Be very scared. And as I move the microphone all over the place and figure out where my mouse is. I need to remember to eat before I start drinking. We will catch you next time.